Here we go. I would share the definition of balling with you white folks, but no. The game is to be sold, not told. So, fuck you. I'm just thinking that I love you, waiting for the moment when you got time to chill. Yeah, buddy. I'm up before the sunrise, first to hit the block. Little bad motherfucker with a pocket full of rocks. Things with the skinny little ass kick. A nigga laughed till a first motherfucker got blasted. I put this nigga in his casket. Now they covering the basket in plastic. I smoke blunts on the regular, fuck when it counts. I'm trying to make $1 million out of quarter ounce. On the 5-0, fuck them hoes. Got a 45 screaming out survival. Ain't nigga tell to lay low. Cook some yayo. Holler one time when I say so. Hit to the pen, I'm hitting fences. Knocks on the nigga back, missing me by inches. And they say, how did you survive wearing 165 in the city where the skinny niggas die? Tell mama don't cry, even when they kill me. They could never take the game from a young G. I'm straight ballin'. What? Yeah, buddy. Thinking that I love you, waiting for the moment when you got time to chill. Straight ballin'. Yeah, buddy. Hey, live, what's good, what's good? Had my gangster turned up a little bit today, and man, it's about to go down. Yeah. What's good, everybody? Let me start off by saying, I know, I'm early. Boom. What you want to do? What you gonna do? We can do it however you want to. I'm early. Can you believe that shit? I'm actually early. I don't know how I did it. I don't know what I did to do it, but hey, I'm early and I'm here and we gonna get it cracking. We gonna dive right on in. First off, let me give that relationship rehab salute to none other than Miss Darcy, and there we go. First one in the chat. That's what's good. Followed by my man Tony Snow. Followed by Miss Lady Sunday. That's what's good. That's what's hood. Make sure y'all click the like button. We gonna dive right on in because he's a liar, Jussie, he's a liar. He's a liar, Jussie, he's a liar. It's the circle of lies. Yes, they told them all. And now Obama, she's gotten involved in this circle of lies. Yes, I don't know how he's done it, but this son of a bitch did it. The Obamas have gotten involved. He got the fucking Jacksons down at Operation Push involved. I don't know what it is that this boy, he's like Bruce Leroy. That's what I might as well start calling him. He's like the fucking the master. He's like the golden child. I don't know, but it seems like everybody wants to get Jussie off and don't know. Well, not like that about getting them off, but getting them off. You know what the hell I mean. Hey, it is what it is. But it seems as though everybody's trying to cover this shit up, and I don't know why. So, for those of you who may not know, it has been said that there have been text messages from the Obama crew, specifically from Michelle Obama's what do you call it? Chief of staff. Her chief of staff. She has reached out to Kim Fox. Kim Fox, even though she's recused, if that's what you want to call it, she tried to pull some strings, and next thing, well, she did pull some strings. Next thing you know, Jussie's free. And then everybody heard about it. They pissed off my man Eddie Johnson. They pissed off Rahm Emanuel, who just now on his way out trying to be mayor. Whatever. And then they go and pissed off the Presidente, El Presidente himself. Now you know damn well Trump ain't done shit but talked about the goddamn FBI. That's all he did. He don't like the FBI. He talks shit about them because they done tried to hook his ass up a time or two, and he talks shit. But now even he has said this is a goddamn shame. Y'all need to investigate this shit. Do some type of investigation, see what the hell happened, and that's what it is. So I'm going to go over that and we're going to see exactly what's happening. I'm going to put the spotlight on a few things, give my point of view. For those of you who are watching, this is a breakdown and I'm going to break it down. So that's what we're going to do. Let me say this for the record. I am not in any shape, form, or fashion my opinion about this whole situation, operation, collaboration, whatever you want to call it. I'm not for Jussie going to jail. I don't think the little boy need to go to jail. I don't think that. I'm not going to say that. He a grown-ass man. He did some real fucked up shit. And yes, he should have to pay. So now, I do believe that. And I don't understand why all these grown-ass, powerful people didn't set this shit up right. And they could have. Now, I know you didn't want to have the dude go to jail. You didn't want to give him no time. I'm cool with that. But you should have just said, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the right thing. Let's go ahead and dismiss the case because he's our friend. And I'm telling you like this. If I was Jussie and I had some friends in high places like the Obamas and I could get some strings pulled, I would pull some strings too if my life was on the line because I don't want to go to jail. I'm allergic to jail. If I get around jails and I got handcuffs on or some shit like that, I'd probably break out in hives and get to sweating and lose my mind. Jail ain't for me. Now, I ain't that type of nigga. I ain't no nigga. I do time, nigga. That's like day camp. Never. I ain't that type of nigga. I'm allergic to jail. I don't want it. Don't want no parts of it. Okay? But what they should have did, and I hope Michelle hear me. I hope Barack hear me. I hope Kim Fox hear me. Y'all should have called me and I would have told y'all what the hell to do instead of you talking about, I'm trying to pull some strings and make something happen. You should have first of all responded to the text and been like, bitch, don't text me no shit about getting nobody off. You're putting me in a fucked up position. Call me on a secure line like I know you got somewhere. Alright, let's email over a secure server or something and figure this shit out. Don't send me no goddamn text message on no Obama phone talking about, can you get my boy off? Alright? That's first and foremost. Second, what you should have did was you should have said, look, Jussie, here's what the fuck you gonna do. You wanna go home or you wanna go to jail? Jussie would have been like, shit, girl, I wanna go home, bitch. That's what he would have said. She'd be like, alright, cool. Here's how you go home. You gonna pay this $130,000 or whatever it is. You're gonna pay $100,000 to cover the fees. You ain't gotta make no apology, but you just want to say that there was a misunderstanding and miscommunication. You was on some drugs, you have a drug problem, and you seeking help. You're bipolar, your mental health, you was unstable, and now you're seeking help. You are receiving help for that, and you want everybody to pray for you because you praying for everybody. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. Because, especially in Chicago, there are people dying, okay? That's what you should have did. You did your press conference, you good. Obama pulled the strings, made some things happen for you. You off. You done paid. Hey, he's paying $100,000 debt. He ain't got to drop it all at once. Because I know they're paying you pennies over there. You only getting 60 grand or whatever per episode. We get it. You still got to buy your Gucci and your Prada because you're a movie star. So you get on a payment plan with the county. You pay back the city their money. And you good. Home free like a boy. You ain't got no problems. They ain't got no problems. We all come out smelling like roses and we move on. But you didn't want to do that. You wanted to say, damn it, I'm not paying nothing. Y'all can have that little 10 racks, and I'm going with my life. Y'all pull these strings, and that's it. And that caused your shitstorm. Because you pissed off Eddie Johnson, you pissed off Rahm Emanuel, and you done pissed off Donald J. Trump. So now you got all these people on your ass. So here are the current state of affairs. And first and foremost, let me go ahead and do this fair use thing. Thank you, DJ Just J. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yes, I can.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Damn straight. My man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Need more like you. Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and see what's going on. We're gonna watch this and get it cracking, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what the hell I think. Alright? Alright. So let's do the Obama part first, because for those of you who didn't see it, this was just, I don't think that they're really stupid. I just think that they just don't give a shit, and it's disrespectful of anything to the people of Chicago. It's a slap in the face, because they not only say we gonna do this and pull this off, we gonna do it and pull it off, and y'all ain't gonna do shit about it. We gonna piss on you and tell you that it's piss, and we're gonna move on. They ain't gonna even tell you it's rain. They're like, no, we pissing on you, we're gonna tell you it's piss. And my other thing too that is so troubling to me is, like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden now Operation Push is involved, and now that's where he's doing his community service, and of course just standing up, oh, we don't know why they're doing this to Jussie, he's been acquitted, he's found innocent, and all of this shit. Now everybody's on his side. So now the Rainbow Coalition is on his side. Now you got the Obamas on his side, and we all just supposed to fall in line and say, well, if Jussie says it's okay, then so should us. That's bullshit. And my thing is this: I'm not trying to get the boy to go to jail, because I don't think he should go to jail. But damn it, you need to go ahead and pay your fare. Because if it was the other way around, and the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be losing our fucking minds right now. We'd be losing our shit. We'd be talking about how this white boy done framed up a couple of niggas, said it was some niggas that did this, and then it turned out that the white boy was lying. The white boy should never work again. We should take everything you have, and he should go to jail. That's what we would be saying. And Operation Push would be right down there boycotting with their sign saying the same thing. Bullshit. We have got to start saying, hey, look, we ain't got to do the worst to us, but we damn sure need to hold us responsible when we do shit, because we want to hold everybody else responsible when they do shit to us. If you're not going to hold nobody else responsible, don't want to hold nobody else accountable, then hey, gloves off, do what you do, and it's gangsters all the way around the table, and we just get it in and make our moves, and they make their moves, and we just call it what it is. Other than that, you're talking about holding people accountable, holding people responsible, you got to do it yourself. Especially when it comes to doing it to your own. Especially when it comes to your own.
A major bombshell in the alleged hate crime hoax involving Empire actor Jussie Smollett, with Chicago's top prosecutor dropping charges and sealing the case.
I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one.
Do I think justice was served?
Lies.
No. At the end of the day, it's Mr. Smollett who committed this hoax.
Thank you, Eddie.
And listen to this. Some stunning text messages are emerging between Michelle Obama's former chief of staff, Tina Chin, and Cook County State's attorney, Kim Foxx. Now, according to the Chicago Sun...
Now, these two motherfuckers right here, this is where the shit gets thick. This is where the conspiring, this is where the corruption, this is where the improprieties take place, and this is where the bullshit starts. And I don't know why. I'm hoping that they come out and say that these messages was false and that Fox News made this shit up. Because if it ain't, this is some real gangster shit.
Times, Chen texted Fox saying the Smollett family had some concerns about the investigation. Well, hours later, an unidentified relative of Smollett reportedly texted Fox starting a relationship.
Now, when they saying Fox, they're not talking about Fox TV network. They're talking about Kim Fox, okay? That's what they're talking about. They're talking about this weave-wearing Wakandan sister right here. That's who they're talking about, okay? All right.
Which eventually led to the attorney recusing herself from the investigation. Fox texting Smollett.
Now, here we go. Spoke to the superintendent earlier. He made the ask, okay? That's mock talk. Just telling you right now. Trying to figure out logistics. I'll keep you posted. Oh my God, this would be a huge victory. This is Fox. Fox is in blue. I make no guarantees, but I'm trying. Okay, that's what she's telling Chen. Okay, Chen and Fox. Fox and Chen. Chen and Fox. Finkel and Einhorn. Einhorn and Finkel. I understand. I appreciate the effort. Okay, that's what we got going right now. And y'all click that damn like button.
Relative, quote, spoke to the superintendent earlier. He's going to make the ask, trying to figure out logistics. I will keep you posted. Well, Smollett's relative replying in this way, OMG, this would be a huge victory. Fox responding then, I make no guarantees, but I am trying. And then Smollett's family member saying, I understand, I appreciate the effort. Well, the Sun-Times also revealing an email from Fox to Chen, reading this, quote,
boom. Kim Fox to Tina Chen. To Chen. Yeah. Spoke to Superintendent Johnson. I convinced him to reach out to FBI to ask that they take over the investigation. He is reaching out now and will get to me shortly.
Spoke to Chicago Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson.
Notice the date. February 1st, 2019. So that's letting you know this ain't no last minute shit. Oh, this shit pot has been getting stirred for quite some time. Okay? Yeah, quite some time. All right.
I convinced him to reach out to FBI to ask that they take over the investigation. He is reaching out now and will get to me shortly. Well, Smollett has agreed to community service. He will not get his $10,000 bail back.
What? Okay. So you see pretty much what went down. Some text messages goes back and forth. Some, hey, can you do it? Let me try. Let me ask. Let me see this. And this is whoever is involved in that. Again, I'm still ain't mad at that. Because if he plugged like that and he got connections and he can get out, I'm cool with it. Do your thing, bro. Make your moves. All I'm saying is, you gotta give something. You gotta either come out and say, hey, I'm sorry and I'm fucked up out here. This cocaine got me acting crazy. It's a hell of a drug. You gotta give something. You just don't come out and piss on everybody in an entire city and try to walk the fuck off like you just, hey, this is what it is. I'm out. Peace. I done what I did. I came, I saw. I blew shit up. I'm out. Smollett out. You just don't do that. Okay? That's my only point. So here we go now. We're going to move into Trump. Because like I said, this shit went all the way to Trump. Trump like, how dare this motherfucker just do this shit? He think he going to get off like that. Bullshit ain't about nothing. I'm going to drop some motherfucking bugs in some ears too. That's what he pretty much going to do. These Obamas motherfucking moving in during my campaign, during my reign. I'm going to drop me some bombs too. How about that?
This is CNN Breaking News.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your new day. And we do start with breaking news this hour because President Trump has just weighed in on the Jussie Smollett case. He's announcing an FBI and Justice Department investigation into this controversial case.
Chicago's top prosecutor is defending her decision to drop all the charges against the actor who is accused of staging a hate crime attack on himself. Our Ryan Young is live in Chicago with the breaking news, Ryan, and you've got some fresh reporting on this overnight into what now appears to be a federal investigation. Explain.
Yeah, absolutely, John. Look, we were looking into this yesterday. In fact, some sources were telling us this could happen, that the FBI and the DOJ could start looking into this case, but we just weren't at the point to be able to report it as far as we are now. And then you have this tweet from the president who basically confirms what we basically been talking about now. The FBI and the DOJ to review.
There we go. Now here go Obama doing his thing. FBI and DOJ to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation. Now I'm gonna keep this shit fair, and I'm gonna keep it 100, whatever you want to call it. Tell the truth, however you want to call it. This motherfucker Trump got a lot of nerve with all of the shady shit he got going on to be talking about embarrassment to the nation. That is some bullshit. Boy, you done had so much shit going on just with the motherfuckers who've been hired and fired alone during your first term is a goddamn shame and an embarrassment to our nation. Your turnover has got to be the highest ever in the fucking history of the country. Alright? This shit, I don't understand. It's like, and here's where this is where, you know, the things that Trump says is part of it just being, it's not about him being a dumbass. It's about him being so arrogant and entitled because he's a rich boy billionaire that he think he can just say whatever he want and shouldn't nobody challenge it. And that's just insane. For you to talk about embarrassing shit in our nation, dude, you are like the king of that shit. You sitting there with the crown, the scepter on the throne of bullshit that's embarrassing to the country. All of the shit that you and your crew has kicked up, the dust y'all done kicked up, you can't say that. You just, that is just totally out of line, out of pocket for you to say that shit there. Yes, you ain't been charged with shit. You have not been, you've been exonerated with all this shit. I'm good with all that. But at the end of the day, you done pulled you off about 7, 8 Smollets. That's what you want to call it. You done pulled off quite a few Smollets, okay? I'm talking about saying, hey, I got this cat who gonna say this cat gonna say this fault, this cat gonna just retire, this cat gonna resign, this cat gonna let me fire him. Everybody's gonna fall on their sword. That's just the facts. So this here was just a little bit too much. It's like Baby Doll and the 5 Heartbeats when Eddie Kane was sitting there with his boy Monroe. You know, Monroe and Eddie getting high, you know, and Baby Doll comes in because she's had enough. And she comes in and she says, Eddie, I know who Monroe is and what he does, and I'm leaving. And then Monroe says, Eddie, you ain't got your woman in check? And then Eddie turns around and looks over at Baby Doll and says, Baby Doll, I think you overstepping your bounds just a little bit. And then she leaves him. Pretty much the same goddamn thing here. You done pulled off too many Smollets, Trump, to even be bringing that part up. What you could have just said was FBI and DOJ to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. Period. Or even if you want to do your ... exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, and be done. That second part, out of line, player. Out of line.
The outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It's an embarrassment to our nation. If you think about this, over the last few days, so many people have been upset about how this sort of went away. There was a 16-count indictment that was just sort of dropped. There was an emergency hearing. So many people had questions about this, and it sort of spiraled on. Let's not forget that Jussie Smollett reported at the end of January that he was coming back from a subway when 2 men attacked him. They threw a noose around his neck. They were apparently wearing red hats. They were screaming, "This is MAGA country." And they also screamed racial epithets at him. At that point, so many people around the country came to his defense. The Chicago Police Department responded with 12 detectives around the clock to try to figure this case out.
12.
It took...
Boy, let me tell you something. I ain't never seen 12 detectives in one spot in Chicago, let alone on one goddamn case. That's a lot of goddamn detectives, okay? And with a case like this, they had the best of the best out there. That's like Daniel LaRusso and the Karate Kid. You're the best around. Nothing on this earth can bring you down. They had the best out there for this damn boy in this case because of it being such a high profile case. The nation rallied around this boy, and that's my thing. You can't go into a movie theater and yell fire and it ain't no goddamn fire nor smoke. And you just say, oh, I made it up because I wanted some attention. You can't do that without paying your fare. And 2 hours of community service at Operation Push and 10 grand ain't cutting it, pimp. It just ain't.
Almost a month before they sort of figured out something didn't seem right to them. And of course, there were these two brothers, the Osendero brothers, who gave police all this evidence that started pointing the finger according to Smollett. And after all of this, you have this reading of the evidence after this video was released, and the fact that they said that Jussie Smollett was upset about what he was paid, and he wanted more money, he wanted more attention, and that they did this hoax to pull this off. So everybody thought this was going to go to court. This was going to have a case. They didn't think maybe he would go to jail, maybe he would settle, maybe he would do a plea deal. But then those charges were dropped. In fact, listen to the state's attorney defending her decision to drop that 16-count indictment.
Now, what you're about to see is a, what do you call it? The smearing and spreading of pure D grade A bullshit. Okay? I just want to prepare you for this. I don't know how this woman was able, I'm trying to be nice. I don't know how this woman was able to even tell this with a straight face without laughing or giving that look like, y'all believe me, right? That I don't know how she did it. She must be very well at lying because she did not in no shape, form, or fashion even budge. She just, hey, yep. This is what I'm saying, and I hope that y'all is good with it because I believe it. At least I'm telling myself to.
The court has not found him guilty. I believe based on the facts and the evidence that was presented in the charging decision made by this office believed that they could prove him guilty.
Now, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her voice. I guess she got laryngitis or she got some bug that's going around. I don't know, but yeah.
John and Allison, I think the thing that stood out
made by this office, evidence that was presented, I believe based on the fact, the court has not found him guilty.
The court ain't found him guilty because y'all motherfuckers didn't go to trial. There was 16 felonies and an indictment by the grand jury placed on this dude, and y'all motherfuckers didn't go to trial. And she's talking about this department like it ain't fucking hers. I don't know why she's just trying to smooth this shit over, but you all know what it is. It's the goddamn state doing favors for the Obamas, and it is what it is. And she's right in the middle of the shit, brokering the whole fucking deal, which is why she probably recused herself in the first goddamn place so that she would be in position to pull fucking strings.
I believe based on the facts and the evidence that was presented.
The facts and the evidence is that this dude lied. That's a fact. So you talking about based on the facts and the evidence? Okay, fine. Let's talk about that. The fact is he lied. The other fact is he created a false police report. That right there alone are two things that everybody and their mama can see for a fact. The two dudes that supposedly beat him up are his fucking friends. So there is no, oh, well, we don't know all of the ins. No, we know at least that for a fact. He had his friends fake a fucking attack on himself. He then called the police and led them to believe that he was fucking assaulted by two unknown white people wearing MAGA hats. That's not true. He did this shit himself. He orchestrated this production. He was trying to, he did a production. He's trying to, I guess, get his producing shoes wet. Whatever you want to call it. He did all this shit himself. Plain and simple. The motherfuckers even rehearsed the shit. So it's like, dude, you can't try to tell me some other shit and people act like this shit ain't true or this shit didn't happen. This is the problem that I have. Accept it for what it is. Accept the fact you did what you did. Say you're sorry and move on. People gonna forgive you anyway. But just tell the truth and keep it moving.
In the charging decision made by this office believed that they could prove him guilty.
John and Allison, I think the thing that stood out to a lot of people was the fact that after this was dropped, we found out that Jussie Smollett went to the Rainbow Push Coalition, did 2 days of community service, he forfeited the $10,000, and then he stood at the mic and basically said he was always innocent and that he wouldn't have done this.
Innocent of what? If you were, and here's the other part. Why would I be saying I'm innocent if I'm the victim? I wouldn't have to say I'm innocent if I'm a victim. I'd be like, hey, I got my ass whooped by 2 dudes in 22 below degree weather. They poured bleach on me, put a noose around my neck. Y'all should be out trying to find him. He's not saying that. Is he? All he's saying is, I'm innocent. Innocent of what? Innocent of what the Chicago Police Department is saying. Well, the Chicago Police Department is saying that you made all this shit up. So if you didn't, then you should be, at the very least, you should be outraged that ain't nobody found your attackers yet. I would imagine that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you be like, fuck what the police talking about. I want y'all to find these motherfuckers that took my wallet. I want you to find the people that whooped my ass and put this noose around my neck and pour bleach on me out in the cold. That's what you would think he would be saying. Not this bullshit about I'm innocent. I didn't do what he said. I'm the gay Tupac and I fought back. What happened to all of that shit, Pac? If you Tupac, be Tupac. Put the thug life tatted on your chest and you should be out here saying y'all punk police. Niggas out here on these streets trying to motherfucking frame a nigga. This, that bullshit y'all need. That's what you should be saying if you the gay Tupac. That's just the fact of the matter is that what the evidence is, he don't even want to talk about. What the fuck he did wrong, he don't even want to talk about. All he wants to say is one word, 2 words. I'm innocent. I'm my mother's son. Then find out who whooped your ass. I know I would be mad. Somebody, two white people came with MAGA hats and whooped my black ass, especially in the cold, and tied a noose around my neck and poured bleach on me. Told me that this MAGA country, I'd be like, I'm gonna whoop y'all ass at some point. I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna kick your ass, and if I can't find you, I'm gonna get the police to beat your ass. That's what I would be saying. I wouldn't be saying I'm innocent. Unless I was a part of some fuck shit conspiracy.
And so you had the response from the police department and the mayor so forcefully saying they believe they had the evidence against Jussie Smollett. You saw all this going back and forth. This has been a crazy story to say the least. But now you have this tweet from the president only adding more fuel to this fire.
All right, Ryan Young for us in Chicago. Ryan, thank you very much.
Boom. And that's pretty much it. So my thing again, like I said, man, the plot has thickened. He done got the Obamas involved. They on his side. They doing what they doing. And whether this shit winds up being an investigation by the Department of Justice and the FBI get involved and they go and they find out how corrupt the city is. We all know the city is corrupt. City been corrupt. Back anytime you can cover up Laquan McDonald, kid that got shot to death, you paid his mama who wasn't even the boy's mama. She didn't even, the boy was a ward of the state. They gave her $5 million. She shut the fuck up and didn't say another goddamn word. The fact that you can do that kind of shit, you can suppress FOIA requests that were being requested for this, for that film footage until Nine Fingers got reelected. The fact that they did that shit in itself, that lets you know what the state of affairs are in Chicago when it comes to the upper echelon of the politicians. That lets you know what it is. But it's like, when is it going to be enough? When are the people of Chicago going to say, you know what, we're tired of this. We're tired of being treated this way. We're tired of just being shitted on and kicked on and everybody making money off of us and just bleeding us dry while they living a good life. When are y'all going to be just tired of that and say it's time to change this shit? That's my question to you guys. It's like, you should see this and be so disgusted and be so pissed off and so enraged that you should say, you know what? I'm not going to protest a goddamn thing. I'm going to take my ass to the poll and I'm going to make a change. That's exactly what you should be saying. You want to change this. You want to stop this type of nonsense. And you talking about the injustices of the police department, the injustice of the politicians, the injustice of all of these different injustices. The only way you're going to change it is you go to the polls. Plain and simple. If you ain't going to the poll, you ain't doing shit but accepting what's happening and the status quo. And that's exactly what it is. And you'll have people like the Obamas doing what they want to do while they shitting on you. Because if that would have been your average black dude, they wouldn't have gave a goddamn about him. And to all of those people that argue with me, my friends, my partners, my associates, whoever, that argue with me and saying, what can Obama do while he was in office? He couldn't do nothing about the killing that was going on in the city. That's a city problem. That's a local problem. That's a problem that the president can't step in and do that. He don't have that kind of jurisdiction or that kind of power. Tell me I'm lying now. Because this motherfucker in his camp made a phone call and turned the city upside down in a day. So to everybody that talk that shit to me, everybody that talk that shit on Facebook, on Instagram, saying that black folks is crazy for expecting Obama to change what was going on in the city when all them niggas was dying in Chirac, when them 4,500 niggas that died, when there was more deaths in Chicago than it was over in Iraq. For everybody that said Obama couldn't do nothing about that because that ain't Obama's jurisdiction, that's a local problem, that's a city problem, that's out of his jurisdiction. Bullshit. I called it then and I'm gonna call it now. So you telling me that Obama can't make no calls and pull no strings while he's the president in office for the consistent carnage and death that was going on in his own city? But he can call for Jussie Smollett? I'm sorry. His wife can call for Jussie Smollett and turn the whole city justice department upside down. You go from a solid investigation, you go from an indictment by the grand jury, you go from that to having 16 felony counts against a motherfucker and he gets off free, scot-free, with a sealed record in a day. Now you tell me that ain't no juice. You tell me that ain't no string pulling. Now if she can do that, imagine what he could do. So to everybody that's been walking around talking about Obama was the best president ever, he was out, that's still my president, all that shit, especially if you from Chicago, what you got to say to that? Because when niggas was dying, when niggas was getting shot up by the tens, the dozens, the hundreds on weekends, 58 shot in a weekend, 42 dead in a weekend, 18 shot in 4 hours, 86 shot over the 4th of July weekend. And y'all still got Obama picture up on the wall like he fucking Moses or Jesus or Malcolm X or Martin Luther King. Y'all still had them pictures up? Talking about he don't have no power, he ain't got no control over that. That's Mayor Rahm Emanuel. What you got to say now? Because they just showed you what they can do. They just showed you what they can do. And that's out of office. That's out of office. Trump was threatening to call in the goddamn FBI when he was running for president. He was the one saying, I don't know why the FBI ain't been called. If they keep this shit up, I'm going to have the FBI come in there. He said that as soon as he got in, first month in office. You talking about 8 years of niggas dying, suffering, getting shot and getting killed by the tens of and hundreds every day. And he ain't got no control over that. But not Michelle, not Barack, not Michelle, but Michelle's chief of staff can make a phone call and turn Cook County upside down and get this boy off scot-free. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Tell tell me that I was lying when I told y'all that Obama, the president, could damn near do anything he want with an executive order. Telling you that the president could have called in a special task force using the FBI resources to go and support the CPD so that they could lock all these niggas up, so they could go and arrest these niggas that's out here on the streets causing havoc in 3 areas of the city. Not all over the city. 3 areas. Wild Hunters, Inglewood, West Side. He can't do nothing about that though. But Jussie Smollett get indicted. Not locked up. He gets indicted for a false police report and for faking a hate crime. No, we get him out. No problem. Make a phone call. Hey, Chin, call Fox and have a pull some strings. Let's get this guy home. Thanks. But ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that though. So to everybody that had to get a t-shirt airbrush, to everybody that brought a bear to put on a corner street light pole, to everybody that brought balloons to put on a corner, to everybody that got a candle to light during a vigil, to everybody that got together and marched on the Dan Ryan Expressway, to everybody that marched through the streets of Roseland, to everybody that marched through the streets of Inglewood, to all the preachers, Father Flagers, all the pastors that got together, and we gonna pray ourselves through this thing on these streets at 10 o'clock in the morning with all the game bangers sleep, to everybody that was out there down there on day after Thanksgiving to shut the city down. We gonna shut down the Magnificent Mile to stop their money. To everybody that did all that protesting, you should feel real stupid. And you should see that you did nothing but waste your time and your energy and your resources. Because just like that phone call got made for Jussie, so could that phone call have gotten made for your nephew, for your sons, for your cousins, for your uncles, for your brothers, for your sisters, for your nieces, for your nephews, for your babies, for all those people, your best friends, your cousins, all your homies. A phone call could have got made just the same to say, hey man, get some police down there. Hey man, get an extra detail over there in that city. Hey man, beef up the gang crime unit. Hey man, let's get a tactical force out. Let's get a attack team down there. Same way a phone call got made for a judge to seal a fucking record and just dismiss a case out the fucking blue with no merit, with no reason, just because he's done enough. He's helped in the community. Right. That's why everybody just knew him down at Operation Push, because he be down there all the time. Bullshit. Just now saw some pictures of him down there with the Jacksons hanging out. So he wasn't down there. Whatever he was doing or helping out in the community, I ain't seen no pictures. But it is what it is. So that's my rant. Those are my facts. Well, not my facts. The facts. That's the truth. Take it and go. Do what you do. I hope that this helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that y'all start to see what shit is and not trying to make it into something that you want it to be. Start getting to the point to where you looking at all of the stuff and go by this one simple thing. What's the right thing to do? Because plenty of people will see this and say, oh, he got on the MAGA hat. I ain't gonna listen to him. Oh, he out here for Trump. Oh, he out here he just out here hating on Jussie. Oh, he just out here bashing on Jussie. That's what people gonna say. I get it. But at least be smart enough to say, you know what? Let's look at the truth. You know what? Let's look at the facts. You know what? He is right. He did talk some shit about Trump. He did talk some shit about Obama. He did talk some shit about Jussie. How about that? Ain't nobody lying. Stop me when I am. Let me read these donations real quick and we gonna giddy on up out of here. Hey, alright. Shout out to Selena Patrick. Thank you so much for your donation. That's what's up. Always supporting. Shout out to MG, Michelle Glass. Thank you for always supporting. I appreciate you. And shout out to my man, Billy Goat. Peace, Brian. Black people continue to turn themselves into a joke. Is this Juicy guy now up for an NAACP award? You have to be kidding. Shaking my head. Stay up, Brian. I'm telling you. Watch him be on the awards, the BET awards, the Source Awards. Watch him be back out there. They gonna prop him up. I'm telling you. So it is what it is. They gonna get him back out there. We gonna get him back right. But I'm telling you, man, you can't blame the system until you take accountability and responsibility for yourselves. And that's just recognizing what's going on. Being able to acknowledge what's happening. Being able to look and see, well, no, they're just lying. Oh, well, no, that's not the whole truth. Oh, well, no, even though they on this side, they are telling the truth. Oh, wait, that ain't necessarily the whole truth, but y'all saying, hey, y'all on my side. When you start doing that and thinking for yourself, that's when you can start making change. That's when you can start doing things different. That's when you can start standing up for yourselves. Stop hoping and praying that somebody who has power over you, who has control over you, is going to do the right thing. Because if they haven't by now, it ain't going to happen. And you can stay on your knees praying all day long. But if you ain't up doing something for yourself, then don't expect God to step up and do it for you either. And we get that bad. Every time something goes wrong in our neighborhood, every time something goes wrong in our lives, every time something don't work out the way we want it to, first thing we want to do is fall on our knees and wait for God to come fix it. No, God gave you the power to get up and do things for yourself. God gave you the power to go out and make a change and make a difference yourself. Then when you've done everything that you can, when you've done all that you can do, you controlled all of your controllables, that's when the Lord step in and go that extra mile for you. You got a flat tire in your car, get out and start pushing it, and then somebody else will come help you. That's how God works. So yeah, you done did everything you could. Yeah, you're in a bad situation. Now you pushing it yourself. You're out here trying to help yourself. Now somebody else is more inclined to help you. And then if that ain't enough, then that's when the Lord come in and take care of you. Get you on that extra weight. He's like, when you think about God, God is in Jesus. I don't know if y'all heard me say this before, but God, Jesus is like gap insurance. You got to have insurance first, though. So you got insurance. You're preparing for the worst. You're doing everything that you possibly can do. You're making your payments on time every month. You have an accident. You have a robbery. Something terrible happens. All right, fine. Now you still ain't got enough to pay off the car that you owe your car note for. So now you a few $1,000s short. You still got to pay it back. Well, that's when God stepped in and say, I got it. Don't worry about it. You done worked so hard. You done been so faithful paying all this insurance. Now I'm going to be the gap for you. I'm your gap insurance. Don't worry about it. Take it and go. Get yourself another car. Okay? That's what it is. That's what he does. So, thank you, everybody. And I just saw Michelle. I hope that you are doing better. You got that pneumonia and back swelling. Heart is not pumping fluid out your body. I hope that you are in the hospital. And I hope you got some meds going, taking you some vitamin packs. Make sure you take it on time. Make sure you take all of your antibiotics. And people, I'm going to tell y'all again. If you are sick, got a cough, and I ain't talking about fall out the bed on the floor sick. If you got a cough, a sniffle, or a cold, or something, and it's been more than 72 hours, and you're not feeling better, and you still got that cough or that cold or that head cold, whatever, go to the hospital. Because that's the way that these bugs are working now. People walking around for weeks, months, days with this cough or this I don't feel good, or I got this head cold and not really feeling their best. And then it turns out they had pneumonia for 3 weeks. I'm telling y'all, go to the doctor. Go to urgent care. Even I don't care what it costs. You ain't got no insurance, go. Because it's better to have an insurance bill than to not have a life. And if you go into the same doctor and that same doctor just steady half-ass treating you and you're not getting no better, go to a different hospital. Go into that emergency room and let them treat you and start over from scratch. Because a doctor who think he know what you got, he's more inclined to half-ass you if he know you. You go into a hospital, they're going to treat you like they don't know jack shit about you. They're going to run every test possible to make sure you're getting the best care possible because they don't want to fuck up. So take your ass to the doctor, people, when you first get that first little I don't feel good. 48 hours go by and you ain't drastically improved. You ain't feeling at least 50% better than the way you felt before. Go to the doctor. On day 3. 48 hours, you wake up, I'm still not feeling right. I ain't feeling like not even 50%, 60%, 70% better. Take your ass to the hospital, people, please. Because some people ain't making it from this shit. They're not coming back from that pneumonia. They go in, check in, and that's it. They think they got a little cold or a little sniffle, and next thing you know, they getting that sheet pulled over them for the last time. Alright? I love y'all. I appreciate everybody who came and supported the show. Make sure y'all click that like button. Make sure y'all share the show. Once again, I am Brian Redmond. This is the Relationship Rehab. Peace, and I'm out.